What's up, guys? Welcome to the Ego in the Game.
What's up, guys? Welcome to.
Oh wait, you're recording?
Yes.
We are
Okay.
live. Not technically live, but we are.
We're alive.
In that case.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome to Fortnite Battle Royale.
Fortnite Battle Royale.
Fortnite, both. I'm gay. I like
Tool
boys.
Eater. I am eater of tools.
Fortnite, both. I'm gay. I like boys.
Okay.
Ozzy is white.
Are we all ready?
I'm ready. I'm only white. Sunbather is being sunbather.
Alright. So you guys are blue team. For your demo, you jumped a little bit late there. Because now you aren't gonna get the second sticky setup, and you're gonna be a little bit slow on this rollout. Otherwise this is fine. Your engineer, I hope your engineer is doing fast tele. I'm not really sure why your pyro's going to the left side there. It's gonna delay them a tiny bit, but it's not a big deal. I'm not the biggest fan of your engineer going through lobby here either. Let's see. You guys got the arrow on the demo, which is good. I don't like that your demo's kind of immediately hanging more towards this like ramp side here. Is your demo here?
No, Arcus is not here.
Okay.
He will be watching it.
Okay. Generally with like to start out with demo, I think you're better off kind of playing more I guess just a little bit more forward, but not like try not to kite towards ramp because when you kite towards ramp, you're just leaving yourself wide open to like soldier bombs. And the thing is with Asheville mids is you just want to play really aggressive to win it. I think your scout's doing fine here. Like as demo, like you're essentially baiting your medic by being this far out because the thing is with like those aggressive Asheville mids is that you need your medic to be like you kind of just have the sight line. Oh hey,
Here's our demo.
your demo. Demo, I got stuff for you. On the mid fight, try not to kite towards ramp too much. You want to be trying to stay like center or even trying to walk a bit on the right side.
Gotcha.
As for your spy, I would say you could just be gun spying on Asheville mids.
That's what
I usually run Dead Ringer on First Life for Asheville.
Yeah.
I just run Dead Ringer Revolver, and then you could just help your scout just shoot like this pyro.
I know this is like the cringe spy thing to do, but I swear, like, I know you're like in my division tools, but like the crate, if you stand behind the crate, it's like you're invisible. Like, I swear, I could just get picks off the crate every minute. It's insane.
I know. I usually go either through lobby or just straight to bats and then just hang out on fans and then just gun spy. And if we're winning the mid, I jump onto crates and go for it with Dead Ringer.
I mean, all you really need to be doing is just like, I mean, you don't even have to be by the crates necessarily. I think as spy, you're honestly fine like drawing fire for your team. Especially if you have Dead Ringer, then obviously like the amount of damage you take is not going to matter too much because you can just zoom out of there. But by being in mid and like taking more fire for your team and shooting people that are at the other side of the mid, like I said, that takes away a lot of damage from your team. That's just very helpful. You guys have your engineer's gonna be late to getting on bats here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Your sniper has buff. I don't like that your heavy didn't have buff on this mid at all. Be sure your medic is distributing those heals a little bit more evenly. But since you guys aren't taking space here, like this isn't like looking quite as good now. Your soldier seems like they mess up their bomb. This mini's doing a lot. The spy gets caught. Your heavy dies. And it looks like they're probably gonna win this mid. They're pretty low, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Oh, the spy didn't get killed. Yeah, I guess I just don't really like that you guys are still kind of playing around ramp so much. Let's speed it up a little here. Okay, you guys killed their mid. Okay, and you guys won this mid. Okay, nice. I think that was solid overall, and you guys did a good job of like playing your lives a little bit. But just for what it's worth, I think that you would be a little bit more successful by just doing those super aggro mids. Otherwise, just in terms of like just other positionings, things to fix up. Your engineer should be pretty much immediately trying to get onto bats and get the mini up. Because, I mean, I don't know if you saw, but Jono on the other side, he got his mini up pretty much right away. And it was just destroying your soldier here and preventing them from getting any space, bombing in. And it also prevents anyone from walking across point trying to get into your combo. So just making sure that you pretty much roll out bats and just get the mini up as soon as possible is really important, and then just wrangling it. Otherwise, I think it was good for the most part. Again, the only other thing I'd say is just making sure your medic is distributing buffs and crit heals a little bit more evenly. This is all fine. You guys keep your sniper on point. You guys are down your spy, so you have to be really careful for sniper coming to ramp here. They go for a sack wave, they do get your med. Unfortunate. I think if you guys knew your ad there, you could have maybe played a little more passive. The other thing was that they just got full control of ramp there for free. Typically, I think that you, your soldier and your spy could be holding a little bit more aggro and ramp together. Or at the very least, holding aggro until you are starting to receive like pressure from the enemy team. You guys lost your med here, so let me just ask everyone right now. If you guys are in this exact scenario right now, you guys lost your med, what should you do?
Hold passively.
Sorry, what'd you say? You're quiet.
Hold passively.
You sack for their medic.
Tools.
Obviously.
Tools.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
so
the
generally,
mid.
if you guys lose your med, what you're gonna want to do is either wait for their med to come in and then sack in, or I mean, you guys are both right in a sense. Or otherwise, if you think that oh well, it's, I don't know. In this case, since they're already at 66%, I would say you definitely want to go for that sack. But sometimes if it's like if their med's only like 10% here, you could just back out, wait for your med, and then just dry push back in. Because that way, you know, no teams would have Uber at that point, even if you are at slight disad. But yeah, by this point, I think the best thing would just be to wait for their med and then go for a sack. It seems like their team is pretty slow to group up, so if that's the case, then, yeah, if it's the case that their team is very slow to group up and push in, then you guys know you're at disad there, so just be ready to kite your medic out. Nice job getting that sniper there, that was a big pick. How would you guys say your coordination is between your soldier and your spy?
I don't really talk to him that much.
This is
Turning up, you're so quiet.
I'm the main spy, but I am currently not in my home state, so Tools is playing for me. So
Gotcha.
it's a sub.
I don't.
How about like for your soldier? Like,
It
I-
depends on whatever spy's playing. Me and Fex are, I'd say, pretty coordinated. Tools. Sometimes, like, we're coordinated, sometimes we're not.
okay.
That's about it.
I will just say that, just something to keep in mind is that, the soldier spy coordination on Asheville is like one of the most important aspects in my opinion. So just keeping that in mind. Because they have like full control of ramp here, and you can see like it's forcing your team to play extremely passively. And oh, you guys, so how'd you guys kill their med? Sorry, I want to go back
Me,
here a
I
sec.
did it. I killed their med. By
How
a
did you
sticky, I
med?
think. I have no idea. I saw it in the kill feed. I don't remember what happened. Just rewind a
Go
bit.
back and Gotta look at this.
If you get the chance, could you like give an example of like more coordination between soldier and spy that you'd like to see? Or...
Yeah, sure. Tell you what, I'll give it if I see like a good opportunity. But I just want to see how you guys. Okay, so yeah, you got him by the sticky traps. Nice. I can try to give a good example if I see a opportunity to point it out. Rest in peace, demo. So you guys are down 2 combo members. I would say just kite this, get out of here, and then just be ready to reaggress. Okay, nice. You got the sniper. You could actually hold this now. I'm not really the biggest fan of you guys being like indecisive here. Like I don't know if you're like watching for like a sack wave or something is maybe what the call was, but it seems like it's coming off as more just like being indecisive about if you want to leave or not, and as a result, you're giving up a lot of space on the point. I think if you guys want to be out, then just get out all the way, and then just take a quick reaggression from like Shutter or Bats or whatever. Oh, by the way, just a quick thing for Spy. Whenever you don't have point, the people on ramp are like some of the easiest kills in the game. Just anyone playing aggro on your ramp, it's super easy. You guys, nice, great pick on the demo there. You guys are down their demo, you guys are ads, so you should be able to just fully walk in off this. I think you could just dry push it here, you don't need to fear as much, especially since they don't have a demo now. So real quick, if you're down here, generally I get that their sniper was up there, but I don't think you have to drop down quite as quickly there, because you're kind of inherently putting yourself at the low ground, and if they had like their scout just jump right back up on the roof here, you would have been a lot more like in danger. And the thing is with the low ground as well, you're prone to the spy now, and it looks like the soldier might just bomb in here, and if that's the case, then you guys are just very exposed in this kind of low ground here. Okay, the soldier didn't bomb it all the way. You guys use in. You guys got their medic, which is great. Okay, this is good use. Don't delay your players here. I'd say don't even delay your spy. Okay, you guys delayed your spy. Try to just keep in mind delaying your plays. I like the aggro play with your demo here. Just make sure that your med is supporting them as well. Like demo, just that's something you just need to say like, hey, I'm playing aggro shutter or something like that.
Yep.
Okay, you guys lost your soldier. I will say I don't like soldier being on roof here very much, and that's the exact reason why. Is just because you're so prone to sniper over here. The other thing is I'm not really sure why your team, you guys lost your soldier, and then your team is like all the way back, which is not great. Especially, the sniper is on bats now, so it's not like you need to be fearing that the sniper is going to be ramped. So like, I mean, is there a reason like why you guys are this passive right now? And if you don't know, it's fine.
Because we fear.
But like, you see like how much space you're giving their combo to drop down here? Like they pretty much have gotten all the way to crates for free. Like your scout's the only one denying any space here. That was awkward for your spy, but whatever. The other thing that I think you guys should be doing a bit more is, especially when their combo's bats, what I'd really like to see is that your sniper goes to bats as well with your NG, and your engineer just kind of babysits them a bit. That is, a lot of teams in higher divs are doing this now, kind of the modern meta, is that you just have your engineer and your soldier sometimes as well just babysit your sniper on bats. And I think you guys will have a lot of success with that, because I mean, like, just imagine if your sniper was where your NG is right now. Like, Just like this, like 3 kills right here. You guys use into them. You kill their med, so that's fine. Yeah, if you guys ever kill their med, then like it's worth to using. I really like the position from the soldier there. Playing on this thing is always good. So the thing is, like, I understand like the worry about playing, or worrying about the sniper on bats. The thing is, when you're this close, it's very rare that snipers will like wide peek like all the way over here and like peek like this. The only thing is, like, if the snipers like call like playing aggro bats or something. Nice shot from your sniper there. Your snipers are doing really well. I really like this kind of holding more aggro. Your med took a pipe though, which is unfortunate. You guys should still win this though. Nice. Yeah, that was a really solid round overall. Alright, your demo gets the rollout. Tiny bit slow, but it's fine. Again, for your demo, I would say just try to stop get out of the habit of kiting to this ramp side here. Like, it's just very baity. Like, it's much better to just play, like, a little bit more aggro. And just, excuse me, and then just get sticks all over their shutter. Because, I mean, like, look how grouped up they are right now. Like, this is free, like, 80,000 million bajillion damage. There's soldier bombs in, gets direct rock on your medic, and then your med dies. So right here, this was a problem on a couple things. Number 1, your heavy needs to be looking up. Number 2, your pyro kited all the way to ramp instead of looking up. Those are the main issues that I'm seeing. So it's really important for your pyro, when you're walking out of shutter here. I mean, you can be like using detonator on them, but the other most important thing is you want to be playing relatively passively around your medic, and then just looking up to watch for the soldier bomb over roof here. Because it is very, very likely that the soldier's going to do that, and it's very important that you get that reflect timing right to deny that soldier. And I promise you, I'm sure your soldier can testify to this, that it is very annoying when you try to bomb over and then their pyro just denies it. Otherwise though, I mean, you can see right now that the only person that even has a full buff right now is or even has any sort of overheal right now is your sniper. And like, look at their team on the other hand, they still have 4 people with overheal. So again, I think that just making sure that you're distributing heals a bit more evenly throughout. And like, you can see like how aggro they're playing here, and they're overwhelming you guys pretty bad here. Oh, free spy beats the stab, unfortunately. Oh, you got a face stab though, so it works. Oh, nice job by your soldier there. Nice job clutching up that play. So yeah, you guys just respawn and then take a dry fight here. So you guys are gonna have your med before they do. I think you could also be taking your sniper to ramp here. And you guys also, I guess, like, when you guys killed their med there, you knew that their med died last, but you're really slow to push. I think you guys could have been much more aggro there because they did not have heals, so any damage you did would have been permanent. So I think you guys could play a little more aggro on that. Where's your sniper right now? Yeah, your sniper's just rolling out. Sniper goes ramp, fine. It's good. You guys lost your demo. Looks like you just lost to traps, maybe. I get it, it happens, but I don't know. Just make sure that you have like a pyro clearing that kind of thing out before your demo full peaks it. The other thing that I really don't like about how you guys are pushing this right now is that you don't have a single person going from shutter. It's really important that you have some sort of split pressure, because right now their sniper is distracted with looking on ramp, right? Just imagine like if you're heavy, like instead of being crates, your heavy just peeked out shutter right now. there's like 2 free kills here. Maybe 3 if you manage to spot the spy. So it's really important that when you guys are pushing that you have split pressure. If you're doing like demo scout through shutter, like an Uber exchange or something, then you have your heavy drop down from bats. Or if you're doing like the demo drop down from bats here, then it's really important that you have your heavy peek from shutter. But you guys are all going in the same direction here, and they only have to look one way. The only time this would be a bit more reasonable is if you had a bit more time to establish you guys on ramp. Excuse me, but your people on ramp here, like your sniper literally just got there, so there's not really too much you can do. Like you don't have like the split pressure yet, so it's very easy for them to all just look on this side. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yep.
Guys, lose your sniper, unfortunate. Yeah, now this push is kind of dead. Fortunately, you didn't lose your medic, but... soldier, don't feed here. Your scout's caught behind as well. They're playing very aggro into you guys right now with, like, this engineer. I mean, that's a little unfortunate. Their engineer fed a little bit, but he killed your sniper, so... your med's really low here. I guarantee you the scout knows the call is there. And now you're kind of fearing a little bit. I don't know, you guys are playing a bit baity here. I understand if your med was low, but I still think that it was a bit baity overall. I think another problem with that was just because of how split up your team was there. Like you didn't have your sniper because of the engineer being a goblin. You didn't have your pyro with you. I'm not sure why. Your pyro was helping out in lobby. You guys are still down your scout because your scout was caught behind. Your soldiers behind them, which I mean, your soldier being behind them is fine here, but you guys are just getting up your heavy now. Like you only have one person on, or I guess 2 people on ramp here, so that's fine. But okay, yeah, your pyro's on ramp here as well. But you guys are just a little bit split up here. Like too much so that it's your medic being really low health and being only with your demo, which is just never good. Because your demo is, I mean, not the best protection class. Like if someone tries to bomb at you or whatever. And their scout's just gonna bot for your med here and kills him. So, you guys lose your med here, what should you do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are really well set up for this too, because you have a soldier and spy behind them. You also got the demo right here. Demo, place sticky at your feet, go big mode. Heavy, walk across point, go big mode. Spy, go through shutter, go big mode. Soldier, go through their ramp, go big mode. Plus med's so killable, nice. Okay, got the force, perfect. Once you got the force, just get out. You guys should not be playing this aggro on ramp. Because theoretically, if they had force there, they could have, like, their demo could have just jumped and then immediately ran into your guys, your guys' ramp here and bomb you guys. You guys aggress out shutter here, which is fine, since they didn't have a sniper up there. Actually, I really like that push. Like I said, especially since they didn't have a sniper there and their demo was distracted, that was a really good push. I really like that. Their scout should die here. Your mech should go get sandwich or get a health kit somewhere. Okay, you guys got point. Perfect. So let me ask, what should you guys like ideal setup look like when you guys are holding ramp here, or like when you're holding on your set point? How do you guys want your aggro hold to push? Who do you want playing where? Or your aggro holder and your passive hold. How do you want that looking?
I don't think we really know. We kind of just play the game.
Gotcha. I mean, do you guys generally know, like, the difference between, like, I mean, obviously, you know, there's the explicit implication of passive hold being more passive, aggro hold being more aggro, but do you guys know the difference in terms of like why you want to do each of those holds?
I think so, roughly.
Okay. I'll just go over it kind of briefly, but the idea being with aggro holds, usually you do that when you guys full wipe their team and that you have everyone up. Passive holds either when you're expecting a sack wave or when you guys are maybe down more players. You guys could be starting to aggro hold, but you guys are at disad here, so you could be expecting a sack wave like sooner or later. So I think it'd be fine to start aggro hold and then just be ready to rotate into a passive hold once they get a little more established on bats. Otherwise, if you you could be doing aggro hold and then medic a little more towards shutter is the other kind of alternative to that, and having medic cut through shutter for when they sack in. But generally with aggro hold, here's what it's going to look like. You're going to have your heavy against the crate right here. You could play a little bit further back so you're not like pressing yourself up to get a ton of damage. Then you're also just kind of shoulder peeking the bats here and just getting a bit of damage, and then just not peeking when sniper's there or when you're getting spammed out by demo. As for demo yourself, you're kind of playing more around here. Your job is to trap off shutter. You always want to have like 3 or 4 sticks shutter, and then you could put maybe a couple sticks on bats and spam it out with pipes or whatever. As for medic, you're kind of playing around this corner here. Basically, yeah, just chilling around this corner, giving buff to your demo, to your heavy, to your sniper if they're there, to your pyro. As for your pyros can be playing a little bit further back, kind of just patrolling around this area here. And your job obviously is just a spy check. And then scout, you're going to be on roof. It's also very important for you to make sure to buff your scout on roof. Make sure your scout pretty much always has 185. And that's pretty much the standard hold for that. For like I said, sniper can be here. I think if you have sniper here, that's fine. Although, I mentioned this a bit, but I think it's actually really good to have sniper and NG just together on bats here. With your engineer babysitting them. Then meanwhile, for your soldier, you can be either. I mean, playing on roof here is okay, but then again, like the reason I don't like it that much is just because of how prone you are to sniper. You could either be playing. I think you're better off playing a little bit more aggro on ramp here, and just playing on top of the like sheet metal thing. Or the other alternative is playing on the barrel here. I'll hop in game afterwards and show you the exact position how that's supposed to look. But then when you play on the barrel here, you can spam their shutter if they open it, and then you can also just bomb onto ramp if your spy calls that there's anything there. But that should be positioning for everyone. Does anyone have any questions about how that aggro hold looks? Alright, cool. And then passive hold, I mean, it's more or less something akin to this. There isn't really quite as many super set in stone positions, but I would say your medic, make sure that they're behind the sheet metal here, so they're not peeking sniper and they don't have to cross the sight line from ramp. And then otherwise, your demo kind of playing around this corner here. Your heavy can be a little bit further back, like over this way, or like over maybe like right here, kind of where Arcus is, and looking up over the roof. Scout still playing on roof. Pyro playing a little bit further back as well, but still just spy checking, doing their thing. Sniper playing a little bit further back as well, kind of near where the gun is. That's kind of the idea behind the passive hold. Obviously, you're giving up a lot more space, but the idea is that you're being ready to cut your medic out if they sack in.
Should passive hold versus aggressive hold be called explicitly?
Generally, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, if you hear like, oh, expect a sack wave, then probably assume that you're going to be in passive hold. Or if you hear like, nice, we wiped them, then assume you're probably going to be in aggro hold. But I would say for your demo, generally try to call that as best you can.
Gotcha.
And for anyone else, don't be afraid to ask, do you want, or are we passive holding or aggressive holding? And then for your demo, I would say respond to that based on how many players are alive. If you have your full team up, then probably you can do aggro hold. Or maybe you have your full team up, but their team is playing like super aggro on fans, and they're pushing you guys out of crates, and you guys just can't stand here. Maybe they have controlled ramp or something. Then you might want to do a more passive hold. The other thing with passive holds that I think is very underutilized is it provides a really great opportunity to kite out, then basically get them to kind of disorganize, get onto point, and then you just regress through shutter and just take like an Uber into them or something. Because by backing out, you give them like a false sense of security, and then you just push right back in. Not to mention that if they cap the point, it delays their players and cuts their spawn time, or it extends their spawn times rather. So I think generally, like if you're getting overwhelmed and you're having to do a passive hold, then it's okay to just get out and then just regress. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, cool. Just FYI for your demo, by the way, this is very nitpicky, but don't be afraid to launch your stickies a little bit higher, because when they hit the shutter, they immediately just fall like straight down. So your stickies are a little bit further out here, and it's a little bit easier for people to avoid them. Your scout should be getting buff here. Your scout almost dies. Okay, their sack wave wasn't, so that's good. I'm not really sure why you guys have a leveled gun. I mean, could I hear your thought process behind it?
It's funny.
Okay, fair. That's all the reason I needed. For although generally I would try not to run leveled gun. I think if you are gonna run leveled gun, placing it back here is not great. I think you're actually better off placing it like in front of shutter here, like right around here. Because it's very hard to spam out without either, like, the only way they can really spam this out is by peeking through shutter, or if they're very aggro on fans. And if they're peeking through shutter, then they're peeking into your sniper sight line. Or otherwise, though, if there's like a bomb in, the thing is if someone bombs from like ramp or something, then the sentry doesn't watch quite as much. It also catches them a little earlier if your sentry's a little further up, or a little bit more kind of central. Anyways, you guys, looks like you're gonna probably use into them here. Exchange comes out. Here's what I'm not a fan of. You guys lost 4 people by the time this Uber's coming out here. So it's really important that you don't overextend for that. I want to go back here and take another look at this. Okay. So you guys are down your soldier right now. That's it. So you know now they have control of ramp. I don't. Were you guys counting Ubers at this point? Did you know if you guys like? Did you think you were at or something?
If we used aggro into the shutter, then yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If generally you don't want to take Uber into them unless you know you're an ad, but like I said, if you thought that was the case, then that's fine. I'm not gonna criticize that. You know, it happens. Alright, this time looks like your demo's calling it. Let me slow-mo here. Spy gets caught out on ramp. Generally, just for your spy, this would be a good example of that coordination. I'll get to the heavy stuff in a second, but just this is a example of that coordination you were asking about. This would be a great time for your spy to be, instead of just decloaking on someone like right away, it's really important you wait and say, soldier, can you bomb ramp? And then your soldier's just rolling out now. They'd say, okay, I can bomb in like 3 seconds. And then your spy would just wait another few seconds and then bomb in. Or then say, okay, soldier bomb now, and then decloak as your soldier bombs in. So that way it's like a 2-pronged approach. Because the thing is, if you're just decloaking on one person in ramp, like, unless you know for a fact that they're alone, then, I mean, even if they're alone, it's still risky, because people in ramp are often very spyware. I think you're almost always better off just calling your soldier in and then decloaking. Or at the very least, you can call for, like, pressure from your demo or something. Okay, so your Putus peeks the crate here, gets headshot. Generally try not to peek the crate unless you know that there are people like walking on fans. Because otherwise you just get headshot by the sniper. Okay, you guys, so that's 2 dead now. So you guys lose your pyro in the Uber. I think your pyro shouldn't have been in that Uber, to be honest. I think that was kind of on them. just for Pyro in general, it's really important that you're not being in Ubers unnecessarily, especially if it's like offensive Uber like this. Like, you just don't really need to be in it. If anything, I think if you insist on having someone else in the Uber, you should have Scout in. That way you can like chase meta a little more. If you assuming that you guys thought you were at Decide here, or that you were that. Excuse me, that you were at Ad here. So I think having a Scout in the Uber would have been better. But yeah, you guys dropped your Pyro, which is unfortunate, and now your sniper gets sniped from, I think that was from Bats. So now you guys are 4 down in this Uber, and I'm probably gonna lose this. Nice bomb from your soldier there. Their soldier bombs in. Medic is a little bit. I would say your medic, just for what it's worth, if you're ever kiting out and you find that you're alone, I would say just kite all the way to spawn. Don't never go to shutter. Because the thing is, what a good team is going to do is they say like, oh, Med's kiting through ramp, and then their immediate response is going to be to, okay, let's cut him off. Then they'll push into shutter and then meet you right here, and then just spam you out. So just if you're ever leaving alone, just always go out spawn. Alright, so you guys are at here. Presumably you just want to take like a dry push. Not really any reason to wait for Uber. Nice, get the sniper. You guys are not getting quite enough control as you could be on ramp, especially considering that they don't have a sniper now. Their soldier kind of fail bombs, you guys walk through shutter. Again, I talked about this a little bit, but one of the main problems I'm having with like a push like this is that there's not a single person pressuring from Bats here. You guys are all going shutter. There's a look how much damage your med's taking, how much damage your demo's taking. You guys didn't have any like proper control of ramp before this either. This is like a pretty bad push, if I'm completely honest. It's really important that you guys have that like more of a split approach. You especially can't be doing like a demo jump like this if you're not Ubering in, which you guys didn't have at this point.
I don't think I meant to jump.
Sorry, what's that?
I don't think I meant to jump.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well if that's the case, then yeah, it happens. But do you see what I mean about like the split pressure? Like you would have had eyes on this heavy, you would have been able to kill a soldier. Like their demo would not, like presumably their demo might die here actually, but a good demo would be able to just like, you know, play around their ramp and just get a ton of damage off you guys in shutter. Okay, nice. That actually could have gone a lot worse. So okay, if it works, then I guess that's fine. I don't know. I still think it would have been better to have some pressure from Bats.
I got a 2k on their med and pyro there. That was beast.
Nice.
Beast.
That was beast mode.
Nice. Rest in peace, Spy. Okay, your Puda's playing on the crates. It's all good. You guys take Uber into them. You know you have ad. For what it's worth, I would say generally try not to take Uber into them unless you know where their med is. Personally, I don't really like taking Uber in unless you know the med is like on the stairs or something. Or the other exception would be if you have someone to cut them off, like someone behind them or whatever. Even if it's just like a spy. Otherwise, though, I think better teams will be able to kite this out. Look how passive their med is here. Yeah, your guys' Uber is not very good here at all. You guys also lost your flank. And you guys lost your med too. Yeah, so that I didn't really like that Uber. Like I said, just generally if you're Ubering in, it's really important to number one, know where their medic is, and number two, just be sure that they're your number one priority. Generally what I find is when you Uber through shutter, medics, it's pretty rare that they back out to bats. usually you're gonna find that they will try to get out through crates. So I think that it's good to send at least one person just walking through here instead, and then try and cut them off, and then you have someone else go through the top left here. Even if you take like your full Uber target, up the stairs here, just have like a scout or something, just walk through here and cut the med off. And like I said, having a spy behind them for that is great as well. They just have full ad here, they have player numbers, demo kind of feeds there. You guys do get the force though, actually, so that's fine. I take it all back. It wasn't feeding if you got the force. Oh, but it was overtime, so I guess, yeah. My bad, sorry, I don't know how to look at clocks. But I mean, either way, obviously, like, it's 0 seconds left, so you have to get on point. I think, though, actually, think about it more. If it's, like, that little time left, they wouldn't have gotten Uber. So I don't see why you really had to use it to them. Completely honest, I think you just waited. Just had the Uber ad for when they walk into point. Okay, I like this a little bit more from your demo. Just kind of playing. Your scout was a little bit late, but otherwise I like just playing around here a little bit more. You're taking a bit more damage, but you're doing a lot more damage as well. I'm not really the biggest fan of how your combo like kites to ramp here. Because like, let me ask you guys a question. Who of your combo is the most forward here? It's your medic, which is like never a good thing. I'm not really sure why your heavy's going through here. This is bad. It's really important for your heavy that you pretty much always just want to walk straight through shutter and then get to like crate side. And either just walk hugging the right side wall when your team's getting more damage, or if if it doesn't look like you're winning as much, then you just play a little more passive on the crates. Does that make sense though?
Yes.
Soldier bombs in. Demo dies. Their scout walks in. Yeah, they're just kind of playing the more aggro mid. For what's worth, by the way, the reason I think heavy going secret is bad is just because you're playing very baity. It's really important to help your team, especially like if that soldier bombs directly into your shutter, you need to be there to help deny that. Heavy diff. Okay, you guys are starting to regress here. You guys got their med, which is great. Oof, did lose your demo. I mean, that was a bit chaotic, but I think overall you guys have a lot of the right ideas of like I really like how you guys play like mids as almost like you almost play like post Uber in a sense, and like kind of wait for them to overextend a bit, which I really like that. If you guys like if you're starting to lose the mids, so I think you have a good sense in that regard. But just like initial like starting out positions are kind of what needs fixed, if that makes sense. So you guys are at slight disad here. You could just take a dry fight off this. They're very aggro in your shutter. Oh, you guys lost a lot of combo players. For what's worth, just one advice, or one piece of advice I have for demo is pretty much always if you don't have point, I will usually put a couple stickies on shutter here when I get back up. Like just put them right here, and then if they try to just aggress into your shutter, you just detonate on them. It's very easy to capture block guard like that. You guys have enough control. Like their demo's like overextending here like crazy. Like, oof, that was kind of unfortunate. I'll be honest. But yeah, I would say getting a little bit more establishment on ramp here, and then capitalizing off that establishment with making sure you're spamming over bats as well at the same time. So again, like it's really important that you're not just pushing from one angle at a time. Okay, you guys are sacking. Again, I think that you probably could have just waited, since it was only like 20 disad. The other thing I don't like is that you guys kept your medic here. As soon as you heard the call that their medic forced, you guys should be running all the way out to spawn. There's no reason you should be chilling around here. Not sure if that was your scout feeding or you guys baiting. Kind of looks like a little bit of both. You guys lost your egg. Yeah, you guys should win this point, but it's still like you guys are kind of low here. They're getting a lot of pressure on you. Your soldier has a good bomb there. Yeah. So just talk about this a little bit. It's really important that you guys are number one, being sure that you're like going together with your push. Like I said, your scout kind of got a little bit baited there, and it would have been really crucial for them to help out with denying bomb. Otherwise, I think that you also had players that were just a bit out of position. Like, I can't really ever think of a reason that your sniper would need to be like back here for what it like, especially when you guys are like fully pushing point like that. I think you could have had sniper like help deny like the demo and shutter or whatever instead. That would have been better. Here, actually, I want to fully go back on this. Let's talk about it a little bit. 5,000. It's not a 5. Sorry, there we go. Okay. You guys use in with your ad here, but you aren't really getting anything with this Uber. Which I guess that's kind of the first part. So I was just saying it was kind of a bad use here. For what's worth, just with your Ubers, make sure you always have like a target picked out. And then again here, like, let's see. So you guys are down your NG. You have your scout just getting back up now. Their pyro's kind of flying around. I think you could probably win this. The only problem is that you guys have a lot of people just kind of sitting around here. And you don't really have any semblance of like, I guess just space denial. The thing is, they have more players than you do at the moment. I think that's partially just a good job on them for like regressing, based on the Uber that you guys had. But then the other thing would just be like making sure that you guys are not. Sorry, I'm trying to think of how to word this. I mean, first of all, I was going to say you guys are a bit grouped up, so making sure that there's, again, like even when you're capping point, you could have someone like on crates or whatever. I think like you have your, I guess you have your soldier under, and that's pretty much it in terms of like other split pressure. Everyone else is all kind of hanging around here. And without like your NG on bats or your sniper on bats or anything like that, like you're very prone to just kind of getting pinched here, which I think is exactly what happens. Yeah. So I'd say main thing would just be fixing that Uber and then just making sure that if the Uber does go badly, that you guys aren't like grouping up so much like that. Because you guys pretty much all took the same damage. The other thing, like just in terms of like when you guys don't have point, I really think that your sniper could be doing like slow peeks from ramp more. You can really get a lot of benefit from that, especially if you guys are having good control over here. Also, for what's worth, just for people on ramp, always check by this crate here. Just shoot next to it. Spies love to declick on that crate. Okay, so you guys are trying to drop down from bats here. Do you know what I'm gonna say? In terms of, how you guys are pushing this?
Split pressure.
Yeah. Look at all these people over here, and look at this non-existent person on Shutter. Or this non-existent 2 people on Shutter. This demo would be so dead if there was a heavy that just peeked out here right now. The sniper's looking at ramp right now, so you don't need to worry about that. Like, there's just not any semblance of split pressure here, which is kind of killing you guys. And then yeah, you guys just kind of get cut off down there. You guys drop the med, but I think it's 10 seconds at this point. There's not really too much you can do. Oof. Alright, let me hop into Ashore real quick. I know I only have a few minutes, but want to go over a couple things. You guys like my eagles, by the way? Proud of this loadout. Anyways, so in terms of just with your combo, it's really important that you guys, like I said, just split pressure. Your demo can just be like shoulder peeking this, putting stickies over roof there. Then you can start like spamming out crates like this, so long as you know that there's not like a sniper there or whatever. And then in the meantime, you can have your heavy just staying revved here and just slowly kind of peeking this, see if you can catch like a demo or something. Because often you're gonna find that like your demos will be like playing around here, then they'll play like so far out like this way that they just leave themselves completely open to a heavy that's just revved up. Not to mention that making sure that you guys are a little more in sync with like the your people on ramp are peeking at the same time as your people on bats. So that way that their sniper can't be holding this because there's people on ramp. And that way their sniper's forced to like play like this, which means that your combo is able to get much more space in like Shutter and bats. Otherwise, when you guys are holding point, I think, like I said, for your soldier, you can just play right here, just crouch, and then just do this. And then if you get called that there's people on ramp, just do a simple jump like that. I fucked it up because I accidentally pressed S in the air. But, yeah, just like that. Not super good. Then for Spy, you can basically just stay cloaked and then just call what's coming ramp. And you can just rotate between this ammo kit and then go around and then get the one here. And just go back and forth. Then if there's people ramp, you'd say, hey soldier, come over, or come bomb. And then you would just decloak right here, maybe like back here or something, and then just go in when your soldier bombs in. And congrats, you guys have ramp control. Woohoo! Otherwise, the other thing I want to see for when you guys have point is you guys try to take your NG and sniper bats together. See how that works out. That's something that your sniper will need to call. So just be sure to, for your sniper, that you have to be the one to be vocal about that. Just say just say NG, I'm going bats or something like that. Your engineer, don't be afraid to ask where your sniper wants to play or whatever. But yeah. Any questions on any of that? Alright, cool. Otherwise, super quick thing. For your soldier, just you could just bomb off this. Or you could just bomb off this one as well. And just go in like that. I don't know why I'm messing up my bombs like really badly today. If you want to do like a fast bomb, you can go from here and do something like this. Otherwise, if you guys are losing point, just one other bomb that I really like as soldier is the Mako bomb, which is just where you go like this. I kind of fucked it up, but you got the idea. Basically just do like a double jump like this, and then sink rockets here. And it's very hard for them to see you. So those are some fun bombs. Anyways, I think just things to keep in mind. Number 1 would be just split pressure for when you guys are pushing. Number 2 would just be fixing like positions on mid fights and holds. Other than that, though, you guys look really good. Like I think especially that first round, like really showed how solid you guys are. So keep it up. Alright, on that note, I know it's like scrumbo time, so go have